Welcome back to Room 57, where we dive deep into some of the world's most notorious true crime stories and unsettling mysteries. Today, we will be uncovering the chilling saga of one of Britain's most infamous serial killers, Peter Sutcliffe, infamously known as the Yorkshire Ripper. His reign of terror, spanning from the mid-1970s into the early 1980s, led to the brutal deaths of 13 women and left a trail of destruction that would forever haunt the streets of northern England. The case of the Yorkshire Ripper remains one of the most gruesome and complicated criminal investigations in British history. The story of Peter Sutcliffe is one that involves brutal killings, a botched investigation, a misdirected manhunt, and a community left in fear. Sutcliffe's killing spree sent shockwaves throughout the UK and caused mass panic for years. He evaded capture, leaving the police struggling to connect the dots, and creating a climate of terror that gripped not only Yorkshire but the whole country. Despite the substantial resources and manpower devoted to the investigation, Sutcliffe managed to slip through the cracks for far too long. How did a seemingly ordinary man manage to evade justice for years? Why did the police struggle to catch him despite his multiple run-ins with law enforcement? In this video, we'll explore the terrifying details of Sutcliffe's crimes, the investigation that went horribly wrong, and the eventual capture of one of the most notorious killers in modern British history. We will take you step by step through the Yorkshire Ripper's horrifying journey and the tragic consequences that followed. Prepare yourself for a deep dive into a case filled with haunting brutality, police errors, and societal fear. Part 1. The Yorkshire Ripper. Who was Peter Sutcliffe? The early years. A modest beginning, Peter Sutcliffe was born on June 2, 1946, in Bingley, West Yorkshire, into a working-class family. His early years were unremarkable, and he grew up in a relatively normal household. Although the dynamics within his family were often tense, Sutcliffe's father, John Sutcliffe, was a strict and somewhat domineering figure, and his mother, who was emotionally distant, contributed to a home environment that could be described as cold and uninspiring. Sutcliffe's relationship with his family was strained, and he often felt a sense of isolation and alienation. Peter's life before the killings didn't indicate any outward signs of violent tendencies. He worked a regular job as a truck driver and had periods of employment in various factories, making him appear like an ordinary man to the outside world. Sutcliffe's friends and co-workers didn't notice any signs of a deeply disturbed individual. In fact, to most people, he was just another man trying to make his way in the world. However, inside his mind, things were far more complicated. In 1974, Sutcliffe married Sonia Sharma, a woman who would later be swept up in the media frenzy surrounding his crimes. It is believed that Sonia knew little about her husband's violent tendencies, and their marriage was initially a quiet one.